between worlds, when your old life is gone and the new hasn't begun yet. What I want to share with you today, I've been holding to myself for a long time. But this is my truth, here and now. This is not the story of success. But as I said, this is my truth. I've gone through the most difficult and complex transformation in my life. And of course, to some extent, I was expecting it. If you are on spiritual path, you probably heard or read about the dark night of the soul. So, as I said before, to some extent, you expect that. You know at this point that a path to self-realization is not about high vibes only, positive thinking and manifestation, or at least I hope you do. But I wasn't ready for what was coming. And it's not about the collapse phase itself. What I wasn't expecting was profound loneliness, a feeling that I don't belong anywhere, people leaving, and how difficult it is to live in between, to stay in between the worlds. And I would like to reflect on this last point today, but of course I will reflect on the others too in the future videos, because I think that I have a feeling that especially this phrase that you don't belong anywhere might resonate with a lot of people. But today I would like to say a few words about the space in between. So if you were drawn to this video, you probably have gone through fire. Or maybe it is not correct. You've been sitting in fire. You've gone through unbearable pain. And maybe sometimes you thought you wouldn't make it. This is my truth. Sometimes I thought I wouldn't make it. But I survived. We survived. We died and we were born again. This death and rebirth cycle, maybe even more than once. And maybe it is your experience, at least this is my experience, that the moment came when I could finally breathe again. I'm really curious about your experience, so I would love to hear from you in the comments. So there was a day, I remember it exactly, it was in November last year, that I woke up in the morning and I could breathe again. That it was a feeling that my body was able to exhale. And I thought, okay, this is over. This is it. A new chapter begins now. You know, right now, the miracles will begin to unfold. Right people will appear. Opportunities will arrive. But what happened instead was silence, a void, emptiness. I could feel that I'm different inside. I'm completely different. I'm whole. Finally, for the first time in my life, I feel whole. I feel mature. I feel integrated. So I could feel this inner change. But the outer reality hasn't changed at all. Nothing happened. And of course, you know at this point probably that pressure is not divine. And you've learned through your transformation that you've learned patience and resilience. So it's not that you are like waiting impatiently for something to happen. Of course you're not. You're probably not anxious. You sit in stillness. Because as I said before, you know that pressure is not divine. But it's difficult. It's like you've outgrown your old reality, identity. But the new one is still under construction. Conversations feel hollow. Things that used to excite you, they don't excite you anymore. You clearly see all the illusions. You clearly see other people's delusions. Of course, sometimes old patterns try to catch you, but you are too conscious to start this old dance again. So you sit in silence. If you have heart-led business like I do, probably the old structures are already too small for you. I used to have a Polish YouTube channel. I've been recording videos for my Polish YouTube channel for almost 3 years now. And one day I looked at this, that was my favorite child, my Polish YouTube channel. I recorded more than 160 videos there. And one day I looked at myself and I couldn't recognize this woman. I couldn't recognize myself. That was not who I was anymore. So it's too small. Like you were trying to wear clothes you used to wear at high school. Void. Maybe no one understands you. And again, you feel that you don't belong anywhere. And it's difficult. And you know, collapse is dramatic, right? It's scary but fascinating. Facing your shadows sounds sexy. Rebirth is sexy. Having the courage to start a new chapter is sexy. Emptiness is not sexy. And I didn't want to record this video. Like, the plan was different. Because I wanted to wait till the moment I will be on the other side, and then I could record a video like from darkness to light, or lessons from my transformation. You know, a success story. And these videos are, of course, very important too. And I would probably miss the void phase. Or maybe not miss completely, but I would mention it briefly. And that's why I'm recording this video, to remember how I felt in between. And I'm recording this video because maybe you are here too, and you feel alone. So I want you to know that you're not alone. That we are lost between spaces. And I hope that there are some people in the world who feel the same way too. Let me know. Thank you so much for watching this video. As I said, I had a Polish YouTube channel, but I've outgrown it. So I've created Joy of Living. This is a quiet space rooted in presence, depth, and stillness. If you resonate, please subscribe. See you in the next video.